And y'all make sure you follow these channels. They're all pinned down in the description. This is Just Thought Lounge. Just Thought Lounge. Let's see what he's got to say. Let's find out about this story.
By the summer of 2023, mother of two and positivity coach April Holt had a following of over 200,000 on TikTok.
Oh, hell.
April built her quirky and optimistic online image around her happy home life. Her post told the story of overcoming adversity and manifesting great things.
But yeah, keep growing, y'all. Keep manifesting and have a great day on purpose.
In late July, April was found unresponsive in the bathroom of her home. She would die days later.
Oh my God.
While law enforcement was content to categorize the case as a tragedy of April's own choosing, the 29-year-old's mother knew better. This is the story.
A tragedy of her own choosing? Does that mean self-inflicted?
Of a mother's unflinching fight for justice. April Holt celebrated her 29th birthday in early July 2023. The young entrepreneur from Antioch had already accomplished quite a bit in life. An independent lash technician, April had left her job and launched out on her own, building her own business and being her own boss.
Happy 29th birthday to me. I am blessed to experience another year of life. I have lived through 10,585 days.
As April reflected on her greatest achievements, she was most grateful for family, particularly her two children, 11-year-old Serenity and her 7-year-old son, Denzel. April was an engaged, loving mother. She shared the best of her family life with the world through her TikTok account. She focused on positivity videos, presenting a spiritual life and coaching her over 200,000 followers on the value of manifesting the life you want. Her videos were at times motivating.
I just pray
at times
and send good energy to anybody who's seeing this. I hope you have an amazing day on purpose. Be intentional and grow just a little bit. Progress over perfection.
Sometimes they were goofy.
Oh, hell, it's music, damn it.
And revealing. April's homeschooling as a child was a particularly sore point. She posted about what she described as her isolation from society. This was an experience she learned from and overcame in her teenage years. April and her husband, 33-year-old Donovan Holt, lived the ups and downs of their marriage online. They shared their origin story, friends that became best friends.
Oh man, what's going to happen here? Stella, thank you.
Became lovers and eventually husband and wife, and parents to daughter Serenity, whom April had when she was a teen, and their son, Denzel.
Oh no, that's the question. It's
rolling. I'm supposed to answer right now.
Yeah.
Being best friends. That came first. If we aren't friends.
You're so out of breath.
I am a bro.
Oh hell. Did he do something? Or was it somebody else?
But honestly, if we weren't friends first, it wouldn't have lasted. Like, that's been the base of the whole relationship, the foundation was that we were friends. And so even through the bullshit, we can joke around and maintain that friendship. I mean, it's what kept us through our separation, honestly. So
yeah,
being friends is important.
He really
separation
is like my bestest friend ever.
The bestest.
The best friend I could ever ask for. And I married him.
There were rough patches, including the period of separation that Donovan mentions. The couple had also faced financial hardship, bouts of depression, and serious health issues. Always positive, April framed their story as a journey of the pair overcoming adversity. The story that she told always ended with love and success. On the morning of Friday, July 28th, April spoke with her mother, Jamie, on the phone briefly. They had plans to see the Barbie movie, but she couldn't make it that afternoon. They agreed to meet at their church the following day. It was just a few hours later that Jamie received a phone call, one that she would never forget. Donovan was on the other end, April had been rushed to the hospital, he said. Their young son had found her in the bathroom. She was in the shower, a plastic bag taped over her head.
Oh my God. Who did it, y'all? Is it Donovan?
April wasn't breathing.
Oh, Lord.
We were going to go see the Barbie movie. She said, Donovan has to work. I can't go to the movie, but I'll meet you at church in Blast. This is the Blast classroom tomorrow. The phone rang and it was Donovan. And he said, he was upset, kind of like in a panic upset. He's like, we found April. She wasn't breathing. And so she's in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
Oh, Lord.
At the hospital, Jamie recalled Donovan continued to act strangely. He was
Oh, hell, Donovan, what the hell did you do?
not expressing the kind of distress and confusion one would expect from a distraught husband, she thought. He allowed her to make all of the medical decisions regarding April's treatment as they fought to save her. Jamie recalled that Donovan held his head in his hands and he rocked back and forth. After 3 days of further emotional agony, on July 31st, April had still not regained consciousness. She was declared dead from her injuries.
Oh, God.
In November, the autopsy report was released. The results were not what Jamie had expected. The medical examiner concluded that the cause of death was suffocation. The conclusion reached by the Metro National
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Aaliyah, thank you.
Police was that there had been no foul play.
No.
Let's talk about how I'm going to fake it till I make it while I put on lash extensions because I had a mental breakdown the other night and I plucked
Aaliyah, you're so sweet.
all of my lashes off. I think I can have it here, maybe not. If not, then I'm just pointing for no reason. But yeah, let's get into it. So lately, I have been going through just a lot, and I can definitely say that I'm in like a depressed state. Like I'm just overwhelmed, and I know that like I'm manifesting more negative experiences on myself than how I've been. So I have to get out of this funk. So I'm going to literally fake it till I make it. And I've done this before. This isn't the first time.
Investigators informed Jamie Dickerson that her daughter's case would be closed. There was nothing further to investigate. Jamie rejected the decision outright. She told investigators that she would continue and walked out on them.
Wow.
After they closed
Aaliyah, we might get it, y'all. Thank you.
April's case, DA and everybody agreed to close it. I got up, marched out of that room, and I said, I'm not done. I'm going to keep investigating.
Wow.
Jamie knew her daughter
Oh, hell no.
well. She knew that both faith and resilience were qualities that April had in abundance. Jamie also believed that there was no way that April would have chosen to leave her children. Someone had taken her life, and Jamie believed that she knew exactly who that person was.
Oh, hell, don't say Donovan. Don't say Donovan.
2 weeks prior to her death,
Oh, so he didn't say it.
April had filed for divorce. This was not the
Oh, 2 weeks before she filed for divorce? Oh, you crazy as hell, Donovan.
first time. The marriage had been a
You gonna burn in hell for this one.
rocky one. Indeed, the couple had originally sought a divorce years earlier, leading to a 3-year separation.
Okay, so the story is that we are getting divorced because of our decision. It's my best friend. I still love her to death. Like, we still got a child together. We still gonna be hanging out. I'm probably
All the
gonna see
time.
her most days of the week, but at the end of the day, we got shit to do. That's it. You feel me? She has a path to go. I got a path to go, but I pass to pay her live. And we always gonna be next to each other.
Yeah.
And who's to say what's gonna happen in the future? All that we know is right now. Right now, it's the best. I mean, real talk, it's the best decision for both of us. For her to do what she needs to do, for me to do
Stella, thank you.
what I need to do. So
We can grow and heal and
that's it.
elevate. No hard feelings. This is not a messy divorce or anything like that. We don't do that. This is like I said. Like he said, this is my best friend.
Oh, hell.
At the end of the day, he has been before the relationship, before the marriage, before the kid. So nothing's gonna change that. So
Oh, man, look at that dude's eyes compared to her eyes. She's all happy as hell. She's like, this is what we need to do. Da, 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 da. And that dude is pissed. Look at his face. His eyes are just like, yeah, this is my best friend. He looks mad as hell.
Like,
Look at that. Look at that.
look at her, bro. Like, I would never lose this forever.
You're about to, though.
For real. Like,
But I bet you there's somebody else. I bet you she's got another dude, and he's gonna find that out, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, really?" He's about to lose it. This is getting crazy as hell. I don't know if that's true or not, y'all. I'm just getting that vibe.
So we're good, y'all. We're
for
good.
real, like for real, for
Yeah.
real.
Promise y'all.
April and Donovan separated, but never formally cut ties. They continued to present a happy front to their followers, and perhaps some of this was genuine, or perhaps they were in a deeply unhealthy cycle, because after an extended separation, the two decided to rekindle their romance and give it another go.
Oh, hell.
In their videos, they prided themselves on their ability to forgive, to embrace open lines of communication, and to grow as individuals while together.
Well, the music got taken out. What are we watching right now? Aaliyah, thank you. Y'all, thanks for the ghosts.
The darkest
Oh,
moments
damn,
of their
there's a little bit of
relationship
music right there. A little bit of music right there.
seemed never to reach April's TikTok account, but the arguments must have escalated. Unlike previous occasions when she sought to separate in July 2023, April was not backing down. She told her mother that she was holding firm and leaving Donovan for good. Donovan must have been just as certain. Jamie learned later
Oh,
that
hell.
he had pawned his
thank you.
wedding ring just a week before April died.
Pawned his wedding ring? Oh, hell.
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I am. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
What?
On July 28th, the day that April
Cora, TikTok won't let me, but if you come over to YouTube, you can see it. Just search The Mystery Project on YouTube. You can find it.
was found
We're live right now on YouTube as well.
unconscious in her shower, she and Donovan had been having an argument. The details of their disagreement remain unclear.
Oh, hell.
That morning, Denzel heard his parents fighting, but he could not distinguish the words that were being exchanged. He later recounted to his grandmother what he recalled from that horrible day.
On July
Oh, man, this is heartbreaking.
28th, she woke up,
The sun was 7, y'all.
drank her coffee, journaled as usual, enjoying her peaceful morning, hugged and kissed her 7-year-old son, Denzel, and her husband then went into the bathroom and began to argue and fight.
No, hell.
My 7-year-old grandson put his ear to the door and heard his parents fighting, and he looked underneath to see both of their feet. He then listened some more, but he couldn't understand what they were saying, and so he then ran to his room. His dad shortly after came into his room, and he got him dressed and he fed him. And he then had him go check on his mom. He asked him to go check on his mom. 911 was then called. We got to the hospital, and she had no brain function and no blood flow to her brain. We did not find out about the
Oh, Lord.
bag, which was not disclosed to us, for over 6 hours. In that time, her husband had went back to the apartment 2 times, not knowing I don't know what he was doing there. On July 31st
Aaliyah, thank you.
of 2023, my daughter was pronounced dead,
Oh, hell.
and I want justice.
What followed was a fight that Jamie would need to wage to apply public pressure to get the attention of the Nashville police as well as the DA's office. She began with seeking exposure. Jamie sought out local news stations, she reached out to area celebrities, and she posted about the case regularly on her social media. It was an uphill battle. After the investigation had been officially closed, it became difficult, if not impossible, to gain any traction in the media. Coverage of April's case on the mainstream outlets at that time completely ceased.
So guys, I wanted to let you guys
Kimberly,
know
thank you.
something, which
They just stopped talking about the case?
don't understand if I'm doing something wrong or
Happened a year ago?
how I reach out, but there has not been one news channel in the local Nashville area that has picked up April Holt's story, my daughter. Not one from day one, and it's been 14 months. And I've reached out to Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 7, Channel 5, Channel.
Oh my gosh.
Any channel
Leah, thank
out
you.
there, including I've reached out to
Abracadabra, thank you.
many of the celebrities that are out here. Not one will even respond or take anything on, including I've reached out.
Jamie did not only campaign online. She requested the full case file and began researching. By lodging a formal complaint with the Community Review Board in Nashville, Jamie forced a full review of the handling of April's case.
Damn, Aaliyah, thank you so much. You guys are coming in strong right now. Thank you, thank you.
Eventually, the Metro Nashville Police Department launched a second investigation.
Oh, hell, finally, huh?
4 months later, they returned with a 47-page report. The reinvestigation did not prompt a change in the categorization of the case or the nature of April's death, however.
Oh, that's crazy. They do a second investigation and they arrive at the same conclusion?
What it did provide was a wealth of detail for Jamie to scrutinize. She combed through the report and related documentation over many hours. The days turned into weeks and months while Jamie worked through what was available and tried to make sense of the evidence she had to work with. Meanwhile, the grieving mother also aimed to provide a stable and supportive home life for her grandchildren. She posted about taking Serenity and Denzel to grief counseling. She shared how their nightmares kept her and her husband up at all hours. Jamie also spoke openly about her own grief, even publishing a book about her bereavement process entitled Grieving Through Grace.
And the proceeds that come from this book will also be publishing a children's book called Grieve With Me. And that will be the next one that will be
Leah, thank you.
in the series. And then Grieving Through Grace, the next chapter, is the one that will follow this book.
She also became an advocate against domestic violence. Many of her insights highlighted the complex dynamic at work in many relationships. Abuse does not always look the same or the way we expect it to. During this period, there was also the struggle to keep the children together. In the months following his wife's death, Donovan Holt relocated to Texas. Not surprisingly,
oh man, he got out of the whole state too, and he wanted to take his kid.
He wished for his son to join him there.
He didn't come with on that trip to go drop him off with his dad. She said she just couldn't do it. He was crying too. He didn't want to go. He was crying and saying he said, Grammy, I'll do anything I can to try to stay with you. I don't influence him in any way with his emotion. He's often told that I do, and I'm on that other side, but I would never do that. I want him to have an opinion of his own, and I want him to be happy, no matter where that is, I just want him to be happy and have a fulfilling childhood. And I want him to be with his sister.
Jamie's relationship with her former son-in-law was growing tense. In April of 2024, Jamie ceased her posts detailing her concerns over April's case, announcing that she had been placed under a gag order. While her online advocacy took a necessary pause, Jamie's dedication to seeking justice for April nonetheless moved forward with full force. Initially, investigators had claimed that April showed no signs of trauma stemming from the incident that had caused her death. According to Jamie, there were visible signs on April at the hospital that suggested this was not true. April had noticeable bruises.
Oh, snap.
The autopsy recorded marks on her neck, her thighs, and her ankles. She even had a gash on her inner thigh. The most significant piece of evidence in this report, which was overlooked by the initial investigation, could not be ignored. There was only one set of fingerprints on the bag taped to April's head, and there was only one set of fingerprints on that duct tape. Those fingerprints were not April's. They were a match to Donovan Holt. In September, Jamie confronted her former son-in-law directly with the information that she had.
How the hell could the police department be like, oh, her fingerprints aren't on the bag and the tape that was over her head? Only the ex-husband's.
How dare you?
But, oh, no, she did it. No, she literally couldn't have because her fingerprints aren't on it. That is crazy as hell. YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get 100 likes. TikTok, hit the follow button. Keep tapping the screen like crazy. And thank you for the hearts. We're trying to get 10 of them. We're almost there. We got 9 to go.
had uncovered. During this conversation, Donovan confessed.
And I said, you can tell me the truth.
What?
Or I'm going to go meet with the cold case team next Thursday and have this reopened. I'm not shocked. I don't have that emotion because I've been literally doing this for a year, knowing what happened. I already knew.
Jamie went to the police with the confession, which she had recorded. In light of this development, April's autopsy was reviewed, and its conclusion finally changed. The manner of death was formally categorized to a homicide. On September...
I'm surprised it took that long. That is crazy.
September 20th, 2024, the MNPD announced that Donovan Holt had been arrested in San Antonio after he confessed to killing his wife directly to detectives. Donovan was indicted
there you go.
by a grand jury for reckless homicide, evidence tampering, and false reporting.
Damn. You're going to burn in hell for that one. Aaliyah, thank you.
I just want to update you that there has been an arrest. The detective called me and did tell me that Donovan Holt has been arrested in the state of Texas for the homicide of April Holt. He is being transported back to Tennessee. And so that is the update for now. We do have him in handcuffs and he is being transported back. So now we're just waiting for the next steps.
Donovan was transported from Texas to Tennessee and held on a $75,000 bond pending an arraignment hearing, scheduled for October 23rd. After speaking with the Nashville Cold Case Unit, any ambiguity that remained in the case was resolved. The 33-year-old told police the same version of events that he had conceded to his former mother-in-law.
There you go.
He had angrily strangled his wife in the heat of an argument. To conceal the crime, he had dragged her into the shower, positioned the bag over her head, and taped it in place. Then he left her to make lunch for their son. Only after Denzel had eaten, he asked him to check on his mother and proceeded to call the ambulance.
That is crazy. You sent the kid in there, your 7-year-old, to find his mom's lifeless body. You are disgusting.
Children are with their grandmother, who has reported that they are doing as well as one could expect under the circumstances. Some days are better than others. Jamie has thanked her supporters on social media for supporting her and the family through this horrific ordeal.
All right. Ruck, thanks for gifting a membership. Hell yeah, appreciate you. Debbie got it.
Her fight, it seems, is not quite over. Jamie is currently campaigning to have the murder charge against Donovan increased from reckless homicide to first-degree murder.
It's just reckless homicide right now? Whoa.
I am trying to get the charges increased. There's no reason that they are as low as they are. There's no reason that they shouldn't be first degree instead of reckless homicide. There should also be child endangerment added to these
Aaliyah, thank you.
Charges. And so that's my next uphill battle that I'm trying to fight. I should have a new DA, which will be my third one now, sometime next week, that will be assigned to this case. And so I will just be on them and making sure that I can do everything that I can to get these charges increased.
There you go. Sarcastic Sheila, thank you.
As far as